Is there anyone here who received his or her first communion yesterday? 2 or 3? 3. All right, cool. You can never tell when they raise their hands. They're so little. They're cute. It's good. First Communion Day is one of my favorite days of the whole year. We just had it for about 90 of our kids yesterday, morning and afternoon. And I had the great privilege of being the one to actually be able to give them their first communion. And I love seeing that kind of that desire in their eyes for Jesus, along with the confusion as to what on earth they're supposed to be doing and when they bow and how they hold their hands and stuff. So my favorite is when they actually bow into their hands and they hit them. So I want to get back to that desire in their hearts in a little bit. The first is the road to Emmaus. This story, the road to Emmaus is sometimes known as kind of like the first Mass after the resurrection. We first get Jesus who meets his disciples on the way. They're on the way. And isn't that what's supposed to happen here? No one comes here because they're perfect yet. If you are, get out. We don't want you. We come here because Jesus is going to meet us on the way, wherever we are. And then it says he takes the scriptures, he tells them, he announces the scriptures to them, and then he expounds on them. He shows how he is revealed in the scriptures. A nice little liturgy of the word. And then they get to their destination, and they sit down, and he says he takes bread, he takes it, blesses it, breaks it, gives it. Those are the same words we use in the Eucharistic prayer. He takes it, blesses it, breaks it, and gives it. And he is revealed in the breaking of the bread, in the Eucharist. This is why it's sometimes known as the first Mass. You have this liturgy of the Word and the liturgy of the Eucharist, both in which Christ reveals himself to us. I love thinking about these disciples, kind of the emotions that they had. They set off on their journey. There was fear. They're running from the unknown. They're running from Jerusalem. There's confusion. It says they're debating as to what's going on. They're downcast. And then they meet Jesus. And then they take off at the end of the day to go 7 miles back. They run in excitement, in adrenaline, in joy. They run back to Jerusalem to find the disciples again. And that's what's supposed to kind of happen at Mass. We're supposed to run out of here, not to argue with each other in the parking lot, but to actually run out of here in joy and excitement of all the good things God has revealed to us. We're supposed to have this encounter with Jesus in his word and in his body and blood. And that's why I love First Communion, because I literally get to see that encounter. The kids all sit in the front, they're all separate, and I get to see them, staring with all their attention is kind of cool, listening to the word. I get to see their eyes when they come up to receive communion, and they really, really want Jesus. They want to have that encounter. And their change, the faces that they have when they walk in here of nerves and everything, it's gone when they leave. They leave with this huge smile, this joy of having received Christ. So I was thinking, how do we get that kind of that life-changing encounter when we do this again and again and again every single Sunday? I would say the one word to think about today is this word desire. Think about this word desire. Let me use an example. So I have a friend, and I tell my friend, hey, you want to hang out? And he's like, all right, whatever. I'm like, all right, well, you want to go see a movie? What do you want to see? And he's like, I don't care, whatever. Sounds like some of your teenagers, I'm sure. And I'm like, well, I want to tell you the greatest thing that's ever happened in my life. And he's all like, all right, whatever. That guy is not my friend. He has no desire to be with me, to listen to anything I have to say. He has no desire for this friendship. It's the same way with God. All prayer has to begin with a desire on our part. You know, sometimes people come up to me and they say, Father, I don't really get anything out of Mass. And I say, well, do you really, really want to be there? And they say, well, not really. Well, there you go. You have no desire to encounter Christ. All prayer has to be with a desire. We have to want it. And then Jesus can open himself to us. We have to desire Jesus Christ. And that's why these kids, they leave transformed, because they have this incredible desire just to receive him. It's so beautiful. And it says, you know, these disciples, it says their hearts were burning within them. What desire they had to encounter Christ. And they left rejoicing. Their hearts burned within them. And so I would offer, you know, something that would really transform our experience of the Mass, our journey with the Lord, is to constantly be making little prayers of desire. Jesus, I desire you. Jesus, I want you. Jesus, I desire to encounter you in your word. Jesus, I desire to receive you. I desire to encounter the Eucharist. I desire to give myself totally back to you and let you lead me. Those little prayers of desire will leave us, send us home, transformed, rejoicing. Amen. 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 All right.